Welcome to Flick Club. It's like a book club, but for movies. I'm Taft the Man, and on this channel, we're going to discuss awesome movies. You can't talk about classic action movies without mentioning Arnold Schwarzenegger. I could talk about my favorite movie of all time, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, or the manliest handshake ever from Predator. I could easily tackle the one-liners and the never-ending ammunition from Commando, but today I will talk about the 1990 classic sci-fi movie, Total Recall. So, the movie starts with Douglas Quaid, played by Arnold, waking up from a dream/nightmare where he's on Mars. His wife Lori is worried about this recurring dream of his, and it doesn't help that there's another woman in these dreams. Lori is played by Sharon Stone, by the way, early 90s Sharon Stone, and that's all I'll say about that. The movie is set in the year 2048, and mankind has explored and or colonized most of the solar system. Mars has an economy dominated by mining of something called tribinium. The ruler of the colony / boss of the mining company, Cohagen, is your typical capitalist and colonialist rolled into one. And he is in an ongoing battle with mutants, the first humans to live on Mars who breathed using defective oxygen filters and developed some sort of mutations. It's in this world where Doug lives on Earth and works as a construction worker. He visits a company called Recall, which implants memories in your brain so that you have memories of a vacation you think you had but actually didn't. He opts for the package where he vacations on Mars but as a secret agent. Before the implant process is complete, he freaks out about getting his cover blown and a whole lot of other secret agent type stuff. Which is weird because the Recall guys haven't yet implanted the secret agent memory. They get freaked out, sedate him, wipe his memory of that day, and they send him home. As he's getting home, Doug is attacked by his work buddy Harry and some agents. He kills them, one of them with a karate chop to the face. Yikes. He gets home freaked out, and then Lori tries to kill him. What a bad day. Lori tells him that she only met him 6 weeks ago, and their marriage of 8 years is all implanted memories. She's there to make sure his new identity stuck. The scene ends with Doug giving Lori the kind of punch that wouldn't be acceptable in today's movies. Doug gets chased by a guy called Richter. He's Lori's real husband and he's a goon for Cohagen, the Mars dictator. Doug gets a briefcase for some random guy and in it is a video recording of himself, but he says his name is Hauser. He tells Doug he used to work for Cohagen but defected after falling in love. He has secrets in his mind that could ruin Cohagen, so Cohagen had his memories erased. He's given instructions to go to Mars. He arrives in Mars and is immediately involved in an action-packed chase when his disguise fails. He goes over to the seedy bar where Hauser had instructed him to go, and lo and behold, there's the woman from his dreams, Melina. She's mad at him for having disappeared without a word, and he tries hard to convince her that his memories have been wiped. They were lovers, so it just kind of sounds like a lame excuse to her that he doesn't remember who she is. Back at his hotel room, a dude comes in and tells him he's a doctor from Recall and that he's in fact back on Earth at Recall and is having some sort of psychotic break. He even brings in Lori to the room to try convince him to go to a memory machine to quote-unquote wake him up. Doug isn't fooled though. He blasts the doctor in the head, killing him, and Richter's men come and try to capture him, but Melina arrives and rescues him, killing Lori in their escape. They head over to the mutants/rebels underground hideout to meet the mutant leader Quato, who's psychic apparently. He helps Doug/Hauser remember what secrets he has that Cohaagen wants. They'd found ancient alien technology that could generate a breathable atmosphere on Mars. Cohaagen wanted this kept a secret because he makes money selling oxygen on Mars. The rebels' position is betrayed and Cohaagen's men capture Doug and Melina. They take them to get their memories erased, but they escape. They eventually end up in a showdown with Richter, Cohaagen, and the reactor that's supposed to create the breathable atmosphere for Mars. Action shenanigans occur and the movie ends with Doug and Melina standing on a mountain, with Doug wondering what if all of this is a dream. Total Recall was directed by Paul Verhoeven, famous for RoboCop and its critique of capitalism. That's very evident in Total Recall, as well as his love for bloody violence, which is made more vivid by the use of practical effects. If you love practical effects from the 80s and 90s, this is definitely the movie for you. I don't think there's another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he does more ahs than this one. If you play a drinking game where you take a shot every time he goes ah, you'll probably get really drunk. Trust me. The story is solid, having been developed from a short story by famed science fiction author Philip K. Dick. But the complex science fiction elements divided audiences at the time it was released. Personally, I enjoyed this movie. It has everything I like: bombastic action, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and science fiction. I give it a good 9 out of 10. If you like the content I make here, support the channel by subscribing. And don't forget to drop a like when you find a video that you like. Also, invite family, friends, and other movie lovers to subscribe to the channel.